Maui home seller coming at you from Wailuku, Maui, where we are live from the Maui home seller studio. It's about 82 degrees here. Excuse me, check that, 78 degrees here in Wailuku. A little warmer there in Kihei. That's typical this time of year. And excited to tell you about what's going on with the property real estate market in the Kihei area. Go ahead and take a look at some of the stuff that we have lined up for you here. We are talking about those homes that have sold, those properties that have sold up and down South Kihei Road and elsewhere in the Kihei market. It's been a mediocre week, frankly. There have been condos that have sold, condos that have listed, but not a great number of either, frankly. And it all comes down to a theme that we had a couple of weeks ago. Excuse me here, folks, as I switch this show live, and not always does the computer want to cooperate with me. But that's it, 6. The number 6 is the theme of the week. We have 6 new Kihei condo listings this week. That includes my personal favorite, a $1.2 million property right there on the beautiful golf course in Wailea. Oh my gosh, you got to see this one. And you got to call me to show it to you because, hey, you and I both need to see a beautiful property on Wailea Golf Course. And of course, as I mentioned a moment ago, play golf there. It's important to play golf when you're going to buy a property on a golf course. That would be like, trying to buy a pair of shoes without trying them on. The whole purpose of living on a golf course is to play golf, of course. So let's do it. $1.2 million, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,400 plus square feet or thereabouts. It's definitely worth taking a look at. On the other side of things, there is another property in South Kihei, not quite as luxurious, 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom property. I think 651 square feet or thereabout, for far less, a fraction of that, around $330,000. So that sounds like a pretty good buy out there. Call us on that one. Be happy to talk to you more about what that's all about. So that is the number that sold. And guess what? You're going to notice a theme here. That's right, the number 6. That is the number of condos that sold. It matches precisely with the number of condos that listed this week. And that is what we're seeing out there in the market, is the great big number 6 leading the charge. And unfortunately, it's just not doing a whole lot to improve our stingy inventory levels right there in the Kihei area. We've just had a real dearth of property listed for sale and hitting the market as new here in the past several months. I have some expectation that that will change, and that is, I'll be candid, my opinion only, my educated opinion. It's speculation to the extent that I can't promise anything in the future. But I think that we could be about to see a shift in the market here in Maui, on Maui and in the Kihei area. And there are some factors for that, namely the interest rates that you've heard a lot about. Those are going to cool off certainly some of the buying population. Those continue to rise. The Fed just rose those again the other day. We have continuing concerns about what's going on overseas with the trade issues. And looming large, at least in my analysis, on the horizon is what happens with the election. The election will have a major impact on the country's economy depending on what happens and whether a new Congress is installed, meaning a new balance of power is installed, in my opinion. And that could really, depending on that, could really tweak the trajectory of the United States economy, not to mention what happens here in Maui on the other side of the election. So those things are definitely things to take a look at. We do know that in certain real estate markets across the country, the slowdown, if you will, has already occurred. There's a recent article out, what's going on in Seattle and places like that. And remember, those are places that are pretty close to what's happening here in Maui, because those folks, they are, the proximity to Maui, the geography is more beneficial for a Seattle traveler than it is, say, a South Carolina traveler. So anyway, all those are factors. I'm working on an article about this, and I will present that soon, hopefully. and try and take a sober-eyed look at things. Wherever there is a change, there's opportunity. So just because things might change a little bit, nobody should get panicked about that. Nobody should worry. Nobody should write off the market. They should just look for opportunity and change. That's the bottom line here, and that's what makes our economy so great, everybody. Anyway, that's it for now. That's all the news and information we have on the Maui Home Seller page right at the moment, but we will update you with anything that breaks here, as we always do. Bring you those insights, Sahara's Condo Quick Picks, the view of the properties, the hot sheets, all those things that you've come to love here. And also remember to take a look at the KiheiCondosForSale.com website. That's KiheiCondosForSale.com. And the reason you do that is because everything I'm talking about and more is listed there, meaning that we have all those properties that are listed, all 6 properties, their price points, they're in Kihei, everything that's sold and what they actually sold for, plus all kinds of other information. Plus you can look for properties there. You can search any property listed for sale in the entire county of Maui there. Plus, there are all kinds of resources there on that page in terms of tax rates and other helpful, beneficial information that you need to arm yourself to get the best possible buy as you search for the property of your dreams here on Maui. Anyhow, that's it for now, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again soon. Aloha.